Hi, this is Manos Brilakis, presenting on the TrapIT balloon, how it works in a real-world practice. Trapping is the preferred technique for removing over-the-wire equipment without losing distal guide wire position. And this is how it works. We have an over-the-wire catheter or balloon that is in the vessel. We want to remove that, so what we do is we walk it back until it is proximally into the guide. Then we insert a trapping balloon that goes next to the microcatheter. And then after doing that, we inflate this balloon. And after we inflate this balloon, that pins the wire in place against the wall of the guide catheter. And then we can remove the microcatheter. Once this is done, the trapping balloon is deflated and removed. Trapping can be done with a regular balloon, but it's much more efficient and much safer when it's done using a dedicated trapping balloon. The TrapIT balloon has several advantages compared to a standard balloon. First of all, it does not have a wire lumen. So you don't need a wire to put it in, you put it directly inside the guide catheter. Second, the balloon it has is a 2.5 by 15. It is suitable for trapping in both 6, 7, and 8 French guides, and the balloon does not have a hydrophilic coating that can be slippery and reduce the friction with the wire. So by using this specific balloon, there can be more force applied to the guide wire. Moreover, it has a marker at 90 centimeters from the tip, and then a design inside the shaft of the TrapIT to prevent it to go too far inside the guide. It comes into two lengths, 90 long and 100 centimeters long. Because you don't have a wire shaft, the balloon has a lower profile, which makes it more suitable for trapping even in smaller 6 and 7 French guide catheters. Because of the lack of hydrophilic coating, the TrapIT balloon creates more trapping force. This is at 8 atmospheres or 12 atmospheres. Quite often in my practice, I will go even higher, 16 to 20 atmospheres, to exert even more trapping force. Moreover, because of its lower profile, that leaves more space inside the guide catheter for advancing additional equipment compared to a regular balloon. This is how this is done. This is the TrapIT balloon. You don't need a wire to put it in, and because it is stiff at the tip, it's easy to advance through the introducer. And then we need to know the length of the guide. If this is a 100 centimeter TrapIT and a 100 centimeter guide, we advance until we get to this point on the balloon. Again, because of the low profile, it is easy to advance it through. And then we can either insert or remove a microcatheter. In this case, we have a dual loop microcatheter inside. We inflate the balloon anyway 12 to 20 atmospheres, and then now the TrapIT is fixing the guide wire, and now we can pull the existing microcatheter until it exits from the guide catheter and the TUI without again losing the position of our distal wire. And this is because the TrapIT balloon creates this force. So to summarize, the TrapIT balloon is designed for secure and efficient trapping. It does not have a hydrophilic coating, so it provides high trapping force. It has a very small profile, so allows more room in the guide for additional equipment. It has an auto-stop design on the shaft to prevent migration, and no X-rays needed, with the exception, for example, when we're using a 100 centimeter TrapIT inside a 90 centimeter guide, then one should fluoro, or you should just use the marker for 90 centimeters on the TrapIT. Thank you.